I wanted to take about 3 minutes, which is probably all this is really going to take, to talk about what the changes in the law are going to be when heaven comes to earth. We've all, or most of us, have grown up in the Christian church, and we have heard constantly that the law has been abolished, which the Messiah said until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or tittle of the law is going to change. So, in the Christian church, and I'm just as guilty as all of us have been, of calling the Messiah a liar for all that period of time. So, we can actually look, however, since the Messiah has told us that something's going to change in the law when heaven comes to earth. So let's find it. He doesn't tell us that without giving us an answer, so let's take a look at it. And that's going to be in Revelation 22. In verse 3, let's read that. No longer will there be any curse. The throne of God and the Lamb will be in the city, and his servants will serve him. Well, there's another one there which is not mentioned, which just as much to it. So let's look at verse 1 in Revelation 22. The angel showed me the river of the water of life, as clear as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb. So, this is again amazingly simple and clean. The change in the law is not really a change in the law as much as an application of the law. Specifically, the blessings and the curses go away. And I don't even know if the blessings, because he's still going to be blessing us, but the curses certainly go away. Because it says the curses go away. The other thing that goes away is death, because we've touched the water of life. And again, he's told us that when we go on the other side, there's no more death anymore. That's the sum total of the changes of what he's told us here in the Bible. So everyone who's been in a situation with your family, friends who say, well, that's all been abolished, you could just laugh at them to say, do you even know what will be changed? Because he tells us. All you got to do is look for it. Now, that's the simple part. Let's look at the problem with that issue as it goes forward. And again, I said I could do this in 3 minutes. I've done it in 3 minutes. So let's now look at the problem. What are curses for? They're to bring us back. When we start doing things wrong, we get cursed, and we get cursed because it's a blessing to be cursed. I know that sounds weird, but it is, because it brings us back. If there's no more death, and there are no more curses, if we go wayward, which again, it's only going to happen while we're in heaven, what happens to us? I keep thinking that things are cyclical. Why were Satan and 1/3 of the angels thrown out? Did they fall away from Torah while they were in heaven? Are we just in a repeat cycle of this? Again, it's another thing to think about, that we should always be striving to follow the Torah. Probably even more so if we get to heaven, because, and understanding again, heaven comes to earth. The angels and Satan, they're not killed. They're tormented for eternity. Why is that? Because they fell away. If I'm looking at it, I bet you they've drank from the river of life. They've eaten from the tree of life. And once you do that, and you can't die, if you fall away from Torah, what's the only other alternative? An eternity of punishment. And if I'm looking at those numbers, potentially, again, assuming things are cyclical, which we don't know, but maybe he tells us something again about our future without us even knowing about that. Maybe 1/3 of us, even when we get to heaven, may fall off the way because there's no curses to bring us back. Again, those curses are a blessing. So just something to think about, and to always think, I always have to be following this, If it's 1,000,000 years, it's 1,000,000 years. If it's 1,000,000,000 years, it's 1,000,000,000 years. We can't ever stop following Torah. Because if we do, what's 1,000,000,000 years to 5 billion years of torment or more? It's an eternity. And we get back to the point that he punishes those who are closer to him first. So the angels would be punished first. Just something to think about very quickly again. Again, you've got like grand total of, I've indicated here, 2 verses. But again, it allows you to see what those changes of the law will be.